Hi, my name is Sean Walker. I'm a Principal Emerging Practices Architect and part of the Ranger team here at ServiceNow. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the SaaS integration for Dropbox. So everything you need to know about the integration for Dropbox can be found on the ServiceNow documentation website. I've included a QR code here which takes you directly to the step-by-step procedure for integrating with Dropbox. Some of the important things you're going to need to know before you actually go ahead and configure the Dropbox integration is what you're going to be wanting to do with that integration profile. Are you going to want to just download subscriptions, pull user activity, or are you actually going to want to go ahead and process and reclaim unused subscriptions? So know that information before you go ahead and set up that integration. And the next thing you'll need to know is the person doing the integration in ServiceNow is going to need to have either the SAM integrator or the SAM admin role. So I'll now jump into the Dropbox portal and into a ServiceNow instance with Yokohama installed and show you how to do the Dropbox configuration. Okay, so I've logged into the Dropbox developer portal. I'm going to go ahead and create my application. So we're going to click on the Create App. We're going to choose Scoped. And then we're going to choose Full Dropbox Access to give us access to everything. Here's where we're going to name our integration. And we're going to call it ServiceNow Testing Demo. And we're going to click on Create App. Now, once the app has been created, we're going to come over into the Permissions tab. And here's where we're going to set the permissions that we looked at in the presentation, depending on what you want to do with your particular integration. So we're going to come down and we're going to look for the Team Info Read. And we're going to look for the Members Write and the Members Delete. And also the Group Read and the Events Read. And last but not least, we're going to go back to the top here and we are going to look for Team Data. There it is, Team Data Member. And we're going to go ahead, now that we've got all these permissions picked, we're going to go ahead and hit Submit. Now what we'll do from here is we're going to go back to the Settings tab. And we're going to need to set our redirect URL. So that's going to be based off of what your particular instance redirect URL is. So it's going to be your instance /OAuth redirect.do. Once that's done, I'm going to hit Add. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to now need to copy our app key, because we're going to need to use that later when we create our integration. And then we're going to also need to copy our app secret. So I'm pasting these into another location so I can use them when I create that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and click on the Branding tab and hit the Save Changes. Now I'm going to jump over my ServiceNow instance and show you the configuration on that side. Okay, so I've logged into my instance and I'm on the Software Asset Management workspace. From here, I'm going to go ahead and click on License Operations and scroll down to the Direct Integration Profiles. And this is where I'm going to create my Dropbox integration profile. So I'm going to click on New. I'm going to search for Dropbox and then click on Continue. I'm going to go ahead and give this a name. And then we're going to go ahead and copy the app key and the app secret that we pasted earlier. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to set the date on when we want to download activity from. So in this case, I'm just going back a month from now that I wanted to download information from. And here's where you can pick what you want this particular integration to be able to do, whether you want it to reclaim and download activity or not. We're going to leave all checked for ours and go ahead and click on the Submit button. So now that that's done, what I'm going to need to do is go ahead and get an OAuth token. So I'm going to click on Get OAuth Token. And this should prompt me to connect up to the Box developer account. So I'm going to be needing to log into my Box developer account if you're not already logged in, and give it permission. So what just happened there is, since I was already logged into the Box developer on this web browser, it went ahead and just asked me to give permission. So I've gone ahead and I've given permission for this OAuth token to be generated. And now we can go ahead and validate the connection. And there we go. Our connection is successful. So we're just going to save this profile now, and we can see here now we've got 2 scheduled jobs that have completed. We have 1 software model that's been automatically created in our instance. And if we look, we've got 1 subscription that's come in for my testing account. Now you'll likely have a lot more information coming in for your particular integration, since you probably have a lot more subscriptions. I just have a testing demo profile where I only have 1 subscription. But one of the things you can also see is that if I come down to up to software usage, oh no, sorry, not software usage. If I come to SaaS feature usage, I should be able to see in here a Dropbox entry. So it's also going to be capturing your entries for your SaaS feature usage for Dropbox. For more information on this, you can go to the ServiceNow documentation website integrating with Dropbox, and I've included that QR code here for you. There's also a really good white paper called An Introduction to SaaS Subscriptions, which you could read up on if you're new to SaaS subscriptions. And there's also a really good ServiceNow documentation site called Reclaiming User Subscriptions, and that's going to give you detailed information on what happens during the reclamation process for each one of the SaaS subscriptions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to talking to you in the next one.